Hello Taurus, Elsie here with a reading. It is for an overview. We're going to do an overview of 2025 and see what sort of energies are coming in here. I have a bit of a spread I'm going to use here. Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus. We're just going to use tarot today. And let's find out what's going on for an overview of the year. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. Taurus, if you are somebody who has come back and decided to stay with me in the year of 2025, let's get to it. Thank you so much, my ride or dies. And if you're brand new and you want to stay here, please hit that subscription button and the bell button, and you'll know exactly when I'm uploading for your sign. It's a little bit late this week because I had to take some time. All right, Taurus, here we go. We're going to do a 9-card draw. I'm going to do it in a specific way, though. All right. So the first card I laid down there, that is what you don't know, Taurus. What you don't know is the 9 of Pentacles. The next card is what will help you thrive, the 10 of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Cups. The Emperor's in the reverse. This is what you need to let go of, Taurus. Very interesting here. We have the Tower. Your main focus, friend, is the Tower. New opportunities is the 4 of Cups. Very interesting. Some things you must acknowledge this year. We do have the Page of Pentacles, so opportunities. How should you approach challenges? Well, you should go over it with a fine-tooth comb and figure it out first before you take any action. Spirit's advice for you. Spirit's advice for Taurus, please, for overall for the year, is the Empress energy. Somebody needs to be working hard on themselves. Taurus, it's abundance, right? The Empress is always abundance, but it's also loving, kind, balanced. It's also about knowing the wisdom of all of the queens. This is somebody who is quite abundant and who has a lot to share. For some of you, it could be that this is Spirit's advice. So it's like it's time for you to step into the shoes of the Empress energy. We've got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, and I kind of like that because that is opening up or becoming more vulnerable in 2025. Look, I'm a Taurus sun. If you've got Taurus in the big 3, sun, moon, or rising, sometimes you can be accused of being a little bit shut off or shut down. And so I feel like this is the year that you need to be a little bit more vulnerable, Taurus. So what you don't know is the 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like, Taurus, that there are people that see you in a certain way that you don't see yourself. It's time for you to get an accurate view of who you are, because the sun is here. And I feel like you will be seeing things a lot clearer this year in 2025 than you saw them in 2024. So with the 9 of Pentacles, it tells me what you don't know is people see you as very together. They see you as very confident. They see you as somebody who does it all themselves, who doesn't really need any help, or even if you would like some help, that you are someone who is self-sufficient. You are someone who is very balanced. You could be a business owner. Maybe you opened a business last year. And although maybe it's been a bit of a struggle, because opening a new business can be a struggle, if it's that, I feel like people are seeing that you make it look easy. Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles for Taurus, please. We have the 3 of Cups. There's something that you will be celebrating this year. And Taurus, I feel like you'll be celebrating something that you've built on your own, whether that's yourself, maybe it's spiritually, financially, possibly. Maybe you built your confidence. It feels like you did something on your own here. And I feel like this is the year for you to finally experience the celebration of accomplishment is what it feels like here. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. Look, the Ace and the 9. What is that? 10. Here's the 10 of Pentacles, right? So I feel like you will be, your finances are about to take off this year. And, I'm talking about those of you who are working really hard, who have a job, I'm talking about those of you who just will not lay down no matter what. I'm talking about you. If you're on the sofa, couch potato, making excuses, I'm not talking about you. We've got the 5 of Swords here. So I feel like, that the reason that you can't see yourself as the way other people see you, Taurus, is because I feel like there's intrusive thoughts here, is what it feels like. Sometimes you're really hard on yourself. And I think that what others don't know about you, not necessarily what you don't know about yourself, but what others don't know about you is that you're really hard on yourself, and that's why you make it look easy. I feel like this year you're going to be celebrating some sort of an accomplishment or something like that with your group of people. Maybe you'll be getting more social. The 3 of Cups is here. So what will help you thrive this year is the 10 of Pentacles. And look, we started out with the 9 of Pentacles and went to the Ace of Pentacles. Big opportunities are about to show themselves for you this year. For some of you, your finances are taking off. For some of you, the job that you applied for is coming in this year. But it feels like it is something in the 3D. Maybe you buy the house. Maybe you buy the car. Tell me about the 10 of Pentacles and how that will help Taurus thrive this year. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And we've got the Sun. Look, I love this because what is happening here is the Page of Cups is the good news, and it's surprising. Surprising good news. You are going to have things that are going to be falling at your feet this year. That's what it feels like, because the opportunity is next, right? We do have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles together, and then we have the Sun. So I'm going to say that you are about to see, because the Sun is out twice in your reading, you're about to see some good news roll in, good news about money, good news about being able to plant new things, plant new seeds, new ideas, new energies possibly. For some of you, this could mean children. For some of you, if you are planning on having children this year, I feel like somebody here is going to see their children in a different light possibly. It feels like with the Sun here that maybe there are children here who are growing spiritually, financially. You're going to see your kids thrive. And this can also be family, right? This can also be a long-term relationship. For some of you, that's what's coming. Long-term relationship that will result in possibly having children. It doesn't always have to be about money, right? We've got the Knight of Cups here, and the Knight of Cups is actions to take here. So I feel like it's like a slow and steady wins the race sort of thing, Taurus. I think you're supposed to take your time. The Knight of Cups is the passive knight. The Knight of Cups is the one that moves a little slower, but is very careful not to spill anything that's in the cup, right? And so I want to say that this King of Pentacles energy that you're showing up with here is something that I feel that you need to approach in a very passive way. So not running at it, not in fire, but very slow, determined, dependable, solid, grounded, right? The King of Pentacles has just shown up. Somebody who people can depend on, I want to say. I feel like this is the year where you get financially stable, or you get, you settle down possibly, for those of you who are looking for a +1 here. We do have the Hermit energy. So I want to say, go slow. Get used to get used to responding and not reacting. The Two of Swords tells me that it's time for you to make some really important decisions, but make them slowly, Taurus. Make them slowly, make them with loving care, and make sure that they are decisions that you'll be happy with. So stop making quick decisions. You're not a quick decision maker anyway, unless you have fire in the moon in the rising. That could render you a little bit risky. But the King of Pentacles is telling me that this is the year where you gain your stability financially, energetically, possibly maybe settling into a relationship. This could be a person that you meet as well. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but it also could be someone that you meet in your travels. I feel like you're going to be making decisions that were hard to make last year. You'll be making them this year because you'll have more wisdom this year. We have what you need to let go of. Look, the Emperor is in the reverse. So this is someone who is the conqueror. This is someone who is not necessarily telling you the truth. This is someone who has a lot of money, a lot of things, a lot of stuff, but they might be also a person who's in a lot of debt. So I want to say that it's not always, you might be saying, oh, look, there's my Emperor, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And so I feel like you need to let go of this hanging out with the Emperor in reverse. So whether you're married to this person, or you're dating this person, or maybe you're looking for somebody who has money, I'm just going to say the Emperor in reverse is not always what it seems, because the King of Wands is in the reverse, which means that this person is kind of lazy. They might end up making their money in a way where they don't really have to do much. The King of Swords is in the reverse. That could be, someone who is very cantankerous or argumentative, or maybe even emotionally or mentally abusive, right? So feminine or masculine energy, it's time for you to let go of this person. We've got the Seven of Cups here. We've got the Ace of Swords and we've got the Three of Swords. So somebody you're saying, but I'm married to this person. Look, I'm not telling you to get a divorce. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you want to have some peace in your life, we've got the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Swords. And as a reader, that says to me that you're confused about somebody who is not giving you all the right signals. It's time for you to start with a conversation. The Ace of Swords is here. It's time for you to get clear about what you want and what you don't want in your life any longer. It has nothing to do with the people that are around you. It has to do with you making decisions about you. The reason that you don't let some of these people go, I don't care if this is your father or if this is your grandfather or an older brother or somebody who is just hard on you all the time. It's going to be heartbreaking. It's going to be not going to be easy, but it's time for you to get away and heal from this energy. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Three of Swords. It feels like it's going to be heartbreaking, but it's confusing. I don't know how to do it. Look, you need to figure out a way because this isn't the energy that you want to be following you around in 2025. The main focus here is a Tower. So I feel like this is going to be a year of many shifts, many changes, things that you're not expecting. I think that it's all for your benefit, but it feels like there's going to be some things coming up. And look, please remember that the towers aren't always negative towers. This could be someone coming to visit. This could be the person that you meet that's a long-term relationship. But this nonetheless is changes. A lot of changes is the main focus this year. It's time for you to change. I know you don't like the C word. It's time for change. Tell me about the Tower, please. We've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Strength card, and the Hierophant. So stand in your power, stand in your faith, stand in this place where you feel that you are the most sturdy. The Nine of Swords tells me that when the Tower falls, you're always going to get into this place of worry. What am I going to do? How am I going to figure it out? It's going to bother your sleep pattern. I feel like this Strength card here is telling me, look, Taurus, you are the storm. Like you are the storm. And I feel like you can be, while things are going, while things are in the Tower or while things are a little bit chaotic around you, I feel like you can, the Strength card and the Hierophant tell me that you can steady yourself. I feel like you can steady yourself no matter what the situation is. So whatever's going to change is supposed to change for your benefit. It doesn't mean it's not going to be hard. I'm just going to say some of these towers are going to be hard this year, but you need the change. And the only reason the Tower shows up is if you've put something off that you have decided, no, I'm not going to change that thing. I'm never going to change my mind. I'm never going to change who I am. Like when you stop learning, that's when the Tower shows up, because the universe knows that there's no way you're going to move unless I destroy whatever's around you and force you out. So I feel like there are some new opportunities coming here, and the new opportunities that are arriving. Look, I feel like the Tower is a bit of an opportunity. I always say to you guys that the Tower always shows up for mercy, because the better thing is to move. You can't stay stuck where you were because you get stagnant, right? And that's what this is. So there's no way you're going to find new opportunities if you're stuck in the Four of Cups. I feel like that there's somebody here who's not changing their mind. And I feel like when you keep rejecting the things that show up that are supposed to be for you, I feel like that's when the Tower falls. Tell me about new opportunities here. If you're in stagnant energy, if you won't change, you won't get new ways of thinking, there's no way that you're going to get out of this stagnant energy here. We've got the Death card. You got to get out of this comfort zone that you're in here. I think 2025 is going to be shoving you out of your comfort zone. It feels like the universe has got their foot on your butt and you're going to be shoved out of the nest this year with the Death card. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, but look, it's always for the best reason possible. It's because you need to have change. You need to have change. It's your destiny to move, to change. Without change, there is no progress. You cannot drop these burdens if you do not change. And I feel like staying in the comfort zone here of never wanting to change your mind, never coming up with a new idea or doing something new is what keeps you in the comfort zone. I feel like that's why the universe sends this major arcana card, which is death. Look, the major arcanas you don't have control over. The only thing you have control over is how you respond or react. So I feel like you're going to be, the Tower is here. Universe got their foot on your butt saying it's time for you to be shoved out of the nest. But look, it's going to work out in the best possible way. It's your destiny for you to change and expand and grow. If you stay in the comfort zone of 4 of Cups. There's just no way you can do that. So the 10 of Wands is telling me that only working through all of your battles is the only way that you're going to get any success this year. This card here is something you must acknowledge this year. I think you're playing it small, Taurus. I think up to here you've been playing it small. And so the Page of Coins for some of you is it's time to get started. It's time to look at the opportunities that are around you, new opportunities. I mean, you can't ignore the new opportunities because the sun is here. And for others of you, it's time for you to to look over some of the opportunities that I feel are going to help you grow into the Empress energy. The Empress energy is all of the queens. You must know all of the lessons or the wisdoms of all of the queens in order to be a true Empress. You don't get to be an Empress just because you are a Taurus or a Libra. That's not the way it works. The way it works is through wisdom, being connected to the universe, somebody who is abundant, somebody who is maybe a mother or a father, but fatherly, if you don't have any children. I feel like this, something that you must acknowledge here is I feel like you've been playing it safe or playing it small. And I think that this year, this is what you must acknowledge. You have to, something here must change if you want anything to move in the right direction. It's going to take some healing. It's going to take some resting of the mind, finding stability of the mind, however you do that. Maybe it's meditation for you. Maybe it's psychology or psychiatry for you. We do have the King of Cups. And we have the 5 of Cups. So I feel like some of the things that you must acknowledge is that I feel like there's not every relationship that you have in your life is worth mourning. Everything, things are removed from our lives for a reason when the Tower shows up, and that is because it needs to make room for new things. And I think that the Page of Pentacles for some of you is new things. We've got the 5 of Cups. It's time for you to stop mourning the old relationship. Time for you to stop thinking about that person back there. What you're doing is you're tying yourself to the past, and therefore you cannot move forward to the future. I feel like the sun is showing up here because the sun is showing you exactly what's going on here. So I feel like for some of you, it's time for you to feel those feelings and then let them go. Let them be, let them stay in the past. The sun is here, how to approach your challenges. And so I feel like this could be one of your challenges. The Tower could be one of your challenges. By the way, if you've not had your first spiritual awakening, I feel like it's coming for you. And this first spiritual awakening is a really, really hard one. For others of you, I feel like the Tower and the sun is telling me that you are going to the next level in your life, which is the Empress energy. When we're breaking through vibrational patterns, when we see our own patterns, we realize that we've been repeating things, hoping for a different result. That's when the sun shows up and shows you your patterns, right? You can see everything clearly. You have breakthroughs. So for some of you, you are going to be changing your vibrational level in this year. So how to approach your challenges? We've got the Fool just jump in, it says here. So for some of you, possibly you have Aries energy, but it's telling you to just jump in, but be very careful about the way you're jumping in, right? There are going to be opportunities that are going to show up here, and not every opportunity is something that you really take a look at here, but it says here, look, be careful. Be patient, stay balanced, but take those doors when they open. Please make sure that you check all the details. I think that's what the sun is here for, so you can see with clarity everything that's going on here. I really do feel like it's time for you to get out of this very comfortable place where maybe you make excuses so you don't have to try new things or change your mind or think a different way about something. It feels like it's time for you to take the open doors, take the leaps of faith. Now, when the Fool is in the upright, it's an educated leap of faith. And I feel like it's educated because the sun is here, because you can see everything that's coming here. So take your time, I'm going to say. But everything here is leading you up to Spirit's advice, which is it's time for you to step into your Empress energy. Look, the Empress can be feminine or masculine. The swords are Libra energy, right? And swords are masculine energy, and Taurus, your energy of Pentacles is feminine energy. So whether you're feminine or masculine, you could be a feminine or a masculine Empress, and you could be a feminine straight emperor, like Empress, that is in, a masculine who is straight, who is also in their Empress energy, right? It's abundance, it's balance, it's lessons, it's wisdom, it's it feels like that's Spirit's advice here. We've got the Emperor. Wow. Look, for some of you here, Spirit's advice is it's time for you to integrate the Emperor and the Empress energy. So your masculine and your feminine need to be on point this year. We do have the High Priestess energy. I feel like we're talking about the wisdom of the Spirit. I feel like we're talking about, for those of you who haven't found your gifts, who haven't been able to change your mind or move forward or learn something new, I think it's really important with the Nine of Pentacles that you do it on your own, that you don't wait for anyone to help you, that you don't wait for someone to bring you an opportunity, that you don't wait. It's time for you to build it on your own, using your intuition. It's time for you to start really listening to your intuition. The Empress is somebody who's in co-creation with the universe, whether it's creating family, children, creative ideas, abundance, whatever it is. This is the creative couple, right? They're in the same vibration. For some of you, you could be meeting your match this year. You could be meeting your Empress or your Emperor. But look, you got to be all of those things before you can call it in, right? You can't just give the universe a list and then wait on your sofa for it. You've got to be all of the things that you're calling in. So I feel like somebody here is really getting in touch with their intuitive energy, their intuitive psychic energy. I feel like you already know who your person is possibly, but it feels like this is part of the path where you need to walk alone until you get to this Emperor energy or this Empress energy. This part of the path you need to walk alone. There's going to be a lot of changes this year. And if you decide you don't want to change, you're going to be forced to. I'm just saying, Tower's at the center of the reading. We do have the Moon. I feel like there are things that you just don't see. Doors will be closing. Things will be accomplished. I feel like this is going to be a year for you, Taurus, where you get your stability, where things start to move quickly, where you start to make really big decisions about what is out there, right? The Three of Wands, about where you're going to go next, where you're going to travel next, what's your next adventure. Some of you maybe are traveling this year. We have the Knight of Cups and the Empress again. Look, it feels like in order to be the Empress, whether you're feminine or masculine, you must love yourself. It's time for you to learn the lessons that come with being vulnerable and taking a step forward, like the child would, right? Like the child would, being curious and sometimes jumping into something and being vulnerable enough to be okay to fall and skin your knees if that's what it takes. But I feel like this year is a year of lots of changes, and if you won't change, the universe will change you in order to push you forward. So, I mean, it's up to you. Changes are coming regardless. I'm going to go for now, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Happy 2025 to you all. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and bye.